Hello again, algebra students. Welcome to part 2 of solving radical equations. I threw up the same notes from part 1. You should already have this copied in your notebook so you don't have to take the time to do it. I just wanted to remind you, solving radical equations, first thing we want to do is isolate the radical on one side of the equation. Then once we have it isolated, we'll square both sides because that's the inverse of the square root. And then we'll solve for the variable, and don't forget we have to check our solutions because of those extraneous solutions sometimes as a result of squaring both sides. So this video is going to be a lot like part 1. The equations are going to look very similar to part 1. The only change is that now we're going to have something else besides x underneath the radical symbol. So there'll be a one more step or so in the solution process. So let's jump right in. Remember, we want to isolate the variable or the radical first. So we want to get this x plus 6 under the radical by itself. So we got to subtract 9. So now it's 2 times radical x plus 6 equals 12. Divide both sides by 2. And we'll get radical x plus 6 equals 6. This is where we're going to square both sides. So radical x plus 6 squared is just x plus 6. 6 squared is 36. And now here's the one extra step. Since we didn't just have x under there, we have to subtract 6 from both sides. And we get x equals 30. And now we need to check. So copy the original. Substitute 30 for x. And let's just evaluate. So this is square root of 36 right here. Square root of 36 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. And 12 plus 9 is 21, which is what we wanted. So we get a true solution here, x equals 30. Here's another one. Get the radical by itself, so add 4 to both sides. Now it's 2 times radical x plus 11 equals 14. Divide both sides by 2. And we'll get radical x plus 11 equals 7. I know in the first two examples we've divided by 2 at the end here to get the radical by itself. It's just whatever numbers here, okay? Don't get in the habit of always dividing by 2. It's just whatever numbers here, just coincidence that it was the same thing. And the radical's by itself, so now we're going to square both sides. On the left, we'll get x plus 11. On the right, we get 49. And one more step here, subtract 11. X is going to be 38, at least from solving it, but let's check it. So 2 times x plus 11 minus 4 equals 10. X was 38, so 38 plus 11 minus 4 equals 10. That's 49 under our radical, and that would be 7. Square root of 49 is 7. 2 times 7 is 14. 14 minus 4 is 10. 10 on both sides, 38 is the solution to that equation. Hope this is becoming easier and easier for you as you practice. It really is kind of just the same thing over and over again. Work on getting the radical by itself. So add 3. Once that radical is by itself, we just square both sides. Just realize when you square both sides, when you square whatever is under the radical, you just get whatever is under the radical. They're inverses of each other. And 8 squared would be 64. Subtract 11. X is going to be 53. Don't forget to check it. Take the time. Go off to the side. Check your solution. Make sure it's not extraneous. In our next video, there will be times where we get multiple solutions. So take the time and check both solutions. 53 plus 11 is 64. Square root of 64 is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. So 53 is a solution. It is not extraneous. So similar to part 1, just a little bit more under the radical symbol, but I hope this video helps you as you advance in section 11.3. Have a great day.